Verse 70. Sri Vishnu Sahasranaama Stotram. कामदेवः कामपालः कामी कान्तः कृतागमः अनिर्देश्यवपुः विष्णुः वीरोऽनन्तो धनञ्जयः. This verse also has 10 names, 5 in each line. कामदेवः कामपालः कामी कान्तः कृतागमः अनिर्देश्य वपुः विष्णुः वीरः अनन्तः धनञ्जयः. Kamadevaha, the God who is desired by all, loved by all, the beloved Lord. One who is a seeker will naturally get charmed by the glory of Narayana, by the influence of his captivating love. Inevitably, he would like to worship him. Thus, the Supreme is worshipped by all. Thus, one who is to be loved and worshipped by the seekers who strive for achieving, attaining the four aspirations in life called Purusharthas, Purusha Arthas, which are namely Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. So the one who is desiring to achieve these Purusharthas will inevitably take refuge and seek the grace and blessings of the Supreme Lord. So desired by all. So this name also means the one who is loved by all, that is Pradyumna, who is an incarnation of Kamadeva, God of love. The Supreme also stands guard. He not only gives us all the wealth and blessings, all Purusharthas, but he also protects us. He literally stands guard to see that these Purusharthas, which have been attained by us, are not frittered away in the wrong direction. So his Kama Devaha is also Kama Palaha. Kamapalaha is a protector of devotees, protector of the wealth of the devotees. He is a fulfiller of desires of all his true devotees. That is what is called yoga and kshema. Yoga is acquisition, kshema is protection, preserving what we already have. Both these two are beautifully brought out in verse 22 of chapter 9 of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, which is a very, very popular verse. It also comes in the Phalasruti of Vishnu Sahasranaama. Ananyas chintayanto mam ये जनाः पर्युपासते ये जनाः परि उपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां नित्य अभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम् योगक्षेमं वहामि aham. Now, Krishna is talking of extremely devoted persons who are always thinking of him, who are worshipping him. And he says, to such devotees, always seeking union with him, he says, I grant them yoga and kshema. Yoga is acquisition, denoted by Kama Devaha, and kshema, preserving what we have, denoted by Kama Palaha. अनन्यास चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. Those who surrender to him with sincere love find their heart's desire automatically satisfied, fulfilled, given, graced by the Lord. Now, he not only fulfills desire of devotees and protects those what they have acquired, but he himself is the one with all fulfilled desires. Kami. Kami means one who is full, who is with fulfilled desires. All his desires are fulfilled. Actually, this phrase is very strange. He has no desire at all. When he has no desire at all, there is no question of fulfilling desires. Actually, what this name signifies is he has no unfulfilled desires because he has no desire at all. One who has fulfilled all his desires, whether we are saying it. Now, what is desire? Desire is an expression of an inherent sense of incompleteness. I feel I don't have something. I feel I'm lacking something. So I desire to get it. But where a person knows, where entity knows, it is total, it is complete, there is no shortcoming, there is no requirement, the question of desire does not arise. So now the desire is because of a sense of incompleteness. The insufficiency arises because of ignorance of the self. We are not able to apprehend the reality which is in us. The non apprehension of the reality gives to endless misapprehensions of the same. We are not able to apprehend, so it leads to non apprehension, which in turn leads to so many misapprehensions. Narayana is the self, the reality. So all non apprehensions must end in him. No non-apprehension can remain coexist with the reality. So he has no desires. So he has no unfulfilled desires. In a way, we say he is the one with fulfilled desires. Now, the word can also mean differently. We can have the opposite meaning. Just the opposite explanation. In the term kami, they say one who has desires. Okay. If you think Mahavishnu has a desire, yes, he has one desire. That is to create. Because of the desire in the Mahavishnu, in Supreme only, this universe comes into existence. This one desire which he has is to create the universe. Okay? So the creative earth in the Supreme is expressed as an apparent illusion of a playful creation of multiplicity and endless varieties in them. Because what we see around as a multiplicity or variety itself is an illusion, because it is one single indivisible entity which by itself has no name, has no form. Now, as we seen just now, he in fact has no desires. His embodiment of full satisfaction, and hence he is of a ravishing beauty, kantaha, ravishing and lovely. His form is enchanting, supremely handsome. He is the beauty of beauty itself. So, in all his incarnations, he is described as extremely charming with his grace and beauty. You can think of Supreme's manifestation as a Rama or a Krishna or Buddha or any incarnation. You can see absolute grace and beauty in that particular form. The term Ka means Brahma, the creator. Now, we can split the word Kantaha as Ka Antaha. That means one who destroys even the creator during dissolution. In the dissolution, nothing remains. Everything gets merged into himself. In that sense, also, he is called Kantaha, one who puts an end to creation. Even the creator, the so-called Brahma himself, will also merge into the supreme. Now, the supreme being is the author of scriptures describing his powers and beauty. Krutagamaha, Kruta Agamaha. Kruta means one who has written, or one who has created. Agama is a holy scripture. Veda, Vedangas, Agamas. They are called Agamas. Now, Shruti and Smriti, they all form part of scriptures, Agamas. So, in perfect harmony with the interpretation of the previous name, Kantaha, which means destroyer of even the creator at the time of the great dissolution, Pralaya. This name, Kritagamaha, is interpreted to denote one who is the inaugurator of Krita Yuga. So one more different type of meaning of Kritagama is Krita Yuga. Krita is the first Yuga. There are four Yugas in cosmic cycle: Krita Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. Krita Yuga is the first. Krita Yuga denotes one more cycle of creation. Who inaugurates this entire cosmic cycle? It is the Mahavishnu. Kritagamaha is the inaugurator of the Krita Yuga, which implies the Lord is the one in whom the entire world dissolves, entire universe dissolves, and again he is the one from whom the entire world rises again, having so many attributes which even the scriptures are not able to fully comprehend. He remains of indescribable form. Anirdeshya vapuhu. Indescribable form. Indefinable nature. Because the Lord transcends the elements. And elements and also the three gunas, which are the basic building blocks of the universe. He is a pure self. And he is the one expressing, we can say, itself or himself through body, mind, and intellect of unlimited number of divas. It is therefore becomes impossible to describe or define his form. He is beyond our senses, anirdesha vapuhu, incomprehensible for any being, because we are all made up of the same gunas. They are made up of the same elements and gunas which have arisen from him. So these gunas cannot describe the supreme being. So a being, a, a jiva who is the composition of the very same elements and gunas will not be able to describe him. So we better to leave it as anirdesha vapuhu. So being of indescribable form, the supreme is not limited by time and space. Time and space are also born out of him. So he is all pervasive. Simple name, popular name for all pervasiveness is Vishnu. Vishnu, all pervasive form, pervasive, all pervading, one who pervades the entire universe. He is there, Antarbahishcha, Sarva Bhutanam. He is outside everybody, he is inside everybody. Now, wonderstruck by this form, which was appeared before Arjuna as Virat Rupa, Vishwarupa, Arjuna tries to describe the great form. He says, Navasprusham Deeptamaneka Varnam Ratananam Deepta Vishala Netram Drushtva Hitvam Pravyatitantaratma Dhritim na Vindami Shamam cha Vishnu. O Lord, seeing your seeing your form touching the sky, shining in so many colors, with innumerable mouths wide open, with large fiery eyes burning like what he calls the fire of hell, my heart, Arjuna says, my heart is terrified. I find no courage or peace. O Vishnu, please cool down. Please have mercy on me. Then he also says in a later verse 38 of the same chapter 11, Vishwarupa Sandarshana Yoga of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna says, Tvam Adidevaha Purushaha Puranaha. Tvam, you are the Adidevaha, primeval God, ancient being, Purana Purushaha. Tvam Adidevaha Purushaha Puranaha. Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. You are the supreme abode, Nidhanam, of the entire universe. Tvam Asya, you are the Vishwasya of this world, Param Nidhanam. Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. Vettasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dhama. You are the knower. You are the one that is to be known, and you are also the supreme goal. Tvaya tatam vishvam anantarupa. O being of infinite forms, this universe is pervaded by you. Tvamadidevah Purushah Puranaha Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam Vetasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwamananta Rupaha. No wonder such a supreme being is addressed as Viraha, full of action, in the next name. Viraha, full of action, the valiant, the courageous. He is the one of heroic exploits. The root V often means creation. It can also mean radiance, existence, involution, or motion. Who has all such powers is called Viraha. The Supreme Being is also infinite and limitless. Anantaha, na antaha, anantaha, satyam gnanam anantam brahma, infinite, endless. That which is unconditioned by time is infinite. None can discover the beginning or the end of such a truth. So, na antaha, no one can find the end of this truth. The Supreme obviously has no beginning and no end. Anadi anantaha. The conditioned things will all have to end. We change from one condition to another. The infinite is totally unconditioned, so unlimited, and therefore naturally changeless. Hence, Narayana is called infinite, Anantaha. Ananta Padmanabha Swami, we know, very famous deity whom we worship in Trivandrum, Tiruvananthapuram. Arjuna, who received the supreme knowledge from Bhagavan, himself is considered an aspect of the Paramatma, Dhananjayaha. Dhananjayaha literally means conqueror of wealth. One who has gained conqueror of wealth means not having wealth. He has conquered the desire for wealth. That is why he's called Dhananjayaha. He is no longer a slave of wealth. He has got over the fascination for wealth. One who has gained through his conquest and his progress vast wealth enrichment country. This is one simple meaning. From his various campaigns, Arjuna, for the Rajaswaya Yaga, which wanted to perform his brother Yudhishthira, all the four brothers went in four directions to accumulate wealth. The maximum wealth was brought by Arjuna, so he was called Dhananjaya. But Krishna says he's called Dhananjaya because he has got over that fascination, obsession for wealth. Okay, so Krishna elevates him to one equal to him. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, I am Dhananjaya among the Pandus. A very beautiful verse. Verse 10, verse 37 of chapter 10, Vibhuti Yoga, Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It says, Muninam apyaham vyasaha kavinam ushana kavihi Vishninam vasudevosmi pandavanam dhananjayaha. I am Vyasa among sages. I am Ushana the seer among the seers. I am Vasudeva among Vrishnis. I am Dhananjaya among the Pandavas. Actually, this beautiful verse has one more very good implication. What is Bhagavad Gita? Who taught Bhagavad Gita? Whom? Who wrote Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita was taught by Mahavishnu as Krishna. It was taught to Mahavishnu as Arjuna. It was jotted down and written and compiled by Mahavishnu as Vedavyasa. Both Krishna, the reciter, Arjuna, the listener, Vyasa, the compiler, all these three are only different aspects of Krishna, Mahavishnu. All this is brought out in one simple verse. Munina apyaham vyasaha Vrishnina Vasudevaha Pandavana Dhananjayaha Munina व्यासः कृष्णीनां वासुदेवः पाण्डवानां धनञ्जयः. So with this very significant verse, we will conclude verse 70 also. Om Sarve Janaah Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.